Good morning. We haven't started the vlog here in a while. I have been traveling this entire month. Out of the past 19 days, I've been home for 5 of them, and I'm leaving actually tomorrow. I'm headed to Chicago tomorrow. One of my best friends is getting engaged, and she doesn't know it. So some of us close gal friends are going to surprise her. And at the same time, my best friend Michaela lives in Chicago, so I'm gonna go stay with her and stay at her apartment for a couple days. Anyway, we are starting out today with a 3-mile run as always, and then we are going to get into weightlifting. I've worn Hoka for running shoes forever. However, I wanted to try something new, and I'm very interested in barefoot running. These are sort of knockoff barefoot running shoes. I got these on Amazon, but I actually love them. So I'll link them below. They're super lightweight when I put them on. I felt like I'd put on spikes. When I ran track, you wear spikes, which are very lightweight shoes. But I highly recommend these if you feel like you're wearing bricks on your feet. These are super lightweight. And again, I'm gonna explore barefoot running a little bit more, but let's go do a 3-mile run and I will see you in the gym. If you know me, you know. I'm a slick back hair girly. My hair is always slicked back. But when I go to the gym and I have my slick back bun, I can't sit back in the machine. So I have to go, like I feel like I'm 17 again. Like this is how I would wear my hair when I was 17 in order to, get these gains. I have my headband on, I feel like I'm about to go play a soccer game. So these barefoot shoes, supposed to mimic running without shoes. I'm very into getting our bodies as close to how nature intended for our bodies to operate. And we used to run barefoot. So I would like my feet to resemble that. I'm gonna go for a run. Can't really bring you guys along on that, so I'll see you in the gym. I've arrived at the gym. I got a little distracted on my way here. I saw my neighbors who just got a new orange kitten. So I'm getting super fit for my wedding. I'm using the Slim program to do so. Here's my program, Slim by Emmie. And the very exciting news, I'll tease it now because you guys are my honeys. I am going to be coming out with my exact wedding fitness plan on Slim. So you'll be able to do the exact same workouts with me every single day that I'm going to be doing to get shredded for the wedding. So I have my workout plan here. It is very organized into days of the week. It shows you exactly how to do each workout and how to not do each workout. So I show you the mistakes, what not to do, and then you keep track of how many you did and your reps. So let's get into it. Before I do the next part of my workout, these muscles, I've been working so hard on my shoulders that my neck needs to drain some lactic acid. I'll link this down below. This is from Costway. But oh my gosh, we just need to work out these muscles a little bit before I go for my walk. Oh my gosh, heaven. And then once I'm done draining some lactic acid here, this is a new addition to my workout routine. I got these on Amazon. I'll link these down below. These are 2-pound wrist weights. I put these on my wrist and I do a 2-mile walk. So it goes 3-mile run, workout from the Slim program. And like I said, the wedding fitness plan is coming to Slim. We are building that out now. It'll be out very soon. So you can do the exact workout plan I'm gonna be doing to get wedding ready. And then I finish up with a 2-mile walk with these wrist weights. I think these are going to become a permanent addition, you know, just as I get older, to prevent osteoporosis, to keep my bones strong. Weight-bearing exercise is so important. You know, I talk about wearing a weighted vest, but let's go for a 2-mile power walk, and it has to be a power walk because I have a meeting that I have to get to when I get back. I normally don't listen to anything when I walk. I need to give my brain space to think. You know how when you're on an airplane, like you get so much done work-wise and brain space-wise because you don't have connection to anything? That is how I treat my walks. Don't listen to anything, open up brain space, let myself think of ideas of what I want to do with my business and strategizing. It's just really good to have that open brain space to actually think. There's a Brene Brown quote that clarity comes when you're in stillness, something along those lines. In stillness, we find clarity. So I'm not just gonna feed my mind with a bunch of junk. I'm gonna let it clean out and find what I need to do. Also, I get so many compliments on this hat. You will not catch me dead outside without a hat on. I'll link it, it's an Amazon, and I get so many compliments on it, and it protects my skin from the sun. Finishing up my walk now, and then I'm headed on a meeting to finalize everything for the Get Wedding Ready fitness plan. A personal trainer is helping me with making sure that the plan is exactly what I need to be snatched in my dress, nice and toned. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to build shape, definition, and tone for my wedding dress. And B, we need to make sure that it looks great in the platform for you guys. So when you join Slim, you'll be able to do the same exact workout plan that I'll be doing. We're also going to be finalizing the high protein meal plan. So now when you get into Slim, you can select if you want higher protein, which I'm going to be doing in this journey to my wedding. So all that's going to be finalized. Meeting is done. If you're a client of mine, you know this guy is on most of my meetings with me. Now it is time for breakfast, shower, skincare. Let's do it. By the way, guys, I got new blue light glasses. So I have 2 pairs of blue light glasses. I have 3. I have the pair that I use when I'm working. I have the pair that I use in personal life. So I'm like Clark Kent. I put on these ones when it's time for work. When work is over, I take them off to tell my brain work is over. It is time for personal life. And actually, here are my personal life blue lights. These used to be my work blue lights, but they're super heavy. They hurt my nose. So these are my personal life ones. And these are the supplements that I take every single day. To make sure I'm healthy, but also to make sure I have energy and my mood is good, my sleep is good, I'm not inflamed, because low vitamin D is directly linked to inflammation. So here's my vitamin D3 Slim supplements are linked below. And then here is my vitamin B12, because I do eat a plant-based diet. You have to supplement with B12. This is a non-negotiable. These are my supplements that I created because I could not find any supplements on the market that I trusted, because they were all cheap, low quality, synthetic materials. They weren't even vegan. They had GMOs, they had sugar, oil, gross stuff. And as you can see here, no gross stuff. Vegan, clean, premium ingredients. Bundle them together, save money, get them shipped to your door every month, and don't even worry about it. So these are linked below. We're gonna take these now. I'm gonna make my breakfast, shower, skincare, eat my breakfast, but let's make breakfast. I promise you I showered. The reason why my hair looks the same is because I washed my hair last night. It's a frizz fest. I'm gonna do it before I film. But I wanna talk to you a little bit about my skincare routine. I'm a partner with KPS. I'm obsessed with KPS. You may have seen in my video with my mom that I just did that we are addicted. I start off with the aromatherapy cleansing oil, and then I do the brightening cream cleanser. You can't do this, sir. It smells so good. I was so afraid to use this because it's oil and I thought it would clog my pores. All it has done is made me have the smoothest skin in the Milky Way galaxy. I also like to use a gua sha for lymphatic drainage. It smells so good. Always pat, never pull. This I literally ration. It's the Great Depression. I am just in love with it. I go crazy with it. I keep these in my shower and I'll do this routine in the shower, but this isn't OnlyFans. That skincare can be really overwhelming. What do you get? Where do you start? They actually have on their website a skin quiz. So it'll tell you exactly what your routine should be, because you might go on the website and say, this is overwhelming. I don't know what to do. I don't want to spend my money if I'm not sure. Just take their skin quiz and it'll tell you exactly what to do. And they use something called Derma New Technology, where they take the nutrients, because this is all food grade, this is made with superfoods, and they take the nutrients and they make them teeny tiny pico nutrients that can actually penetrate your skin, because most skincare brands don't have the ability to do this. So the skincare literally just sits on your skin. It doesn't actually penetrate the skin, but these nutrients are so teeny tiny, they actually get into your skin. Then I'm using the Renew C+ serum. This works wonders. This is one of my mom's favorites. And they also have on their website which Renew is right for you. The C+, the one I use, is for anti-aging and wrinkles. And then they have the Lumen, which is for hyperpigmentation. But this stuff is amazing. So this is all linked below. I am a partner with KPS, so I'm a huge advocate for them. I really believe in their products. You can use Emmie for 50% off, which first off is insane, but also they have a money back guarantee, and this product literally sells itself. Once you have it on the skin, you will be hooked. So you take advantage of 50% off, and if you don't like it, you can get your money back. I'm gonna get ready to film some videos. I'm filming some of my signature educational short form. If you follow me on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, you might see these. I'll also just quickly show you the device that I use for my hair, because I always get asked how I do my mane. And you'll see, I got a serious mane. I need a massage so badly because I'm going like this with my beauty blender and I'm like, oh my God, that feels so good. I'm actually getting one when I get back from my trip this weekend. It's a quick trip. But I got a gift card for my birthday for a massage and I've been saving it for the perfect time. And I've taken 1 million trips this summer. Like I said, over the past 19 days, I've been home for 5 of them. I've had something since April. I've been away every single weekend. April to August, I've had some sort of traveling to do. It's a lot of airplanes, a lot of sitting, and I'm also such a homebody. I just love being home. I love a very simple life. Like, it does not take a lot for me to be happy. If I could just be at home with my cats and with my family and everybody's healthy, this is my dream life. So it's been challenging for the introvert homebody to do all this traveling. So I'm rewarding myself with a massage. That is my #1 reward, is a massage. I'm so excited. So in case you're wondering what my natural hair looks like, it is insanity. I have so much hair. I use the Shark Ninja. This is a dupe for the Dyson Airwrap, but it's cheaper. I will link it below. I love this thing. And I just love Shark Ninja because I'm a creamy girl. So we're gonna do my hair and I will show you the after. Hair is done. This thing rocks. It is a game changer. It gives you salon quality. It takes a little bit of getting used to and you get better at it every time. The only thing is I'm looking for, does anybody have a hairspray recommendation for a hairspray that doesn't make your hair crunchy? Also preferably like a non-toxic one. Let me know. Filming break because I'm gonna be making a Ninja Creami. I have been researching tips like you would not believe to be the absolute pro at the Ninja Creami. And the jury is split on should you leave it out for 10 minutes before you process it. It definitely tastes better when you do. It's less icy, it's more creamy, but I heard that it's not good for the machine. So that's where we are on this. But I'm gonna process my peanut butter Ninja Creami. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna let it sit for 10 minutes before I process. And while I sit, I keep filming, baby. Let's make it happen. When you eat nice and slowly, your stomach looks like this. But when you eat too quickly, your stomach looks like this. Okay guys, I'm almost done. I have one more video to film. So I just processed the Creami and now I've learned run it under hot water before you respin it. I'm done filming. I have my Creami here. I need to clean everything and then I'm gonna have my Creami while I work a bit. My friend Audra just sent me a voice note. It's so funny. My friend Audra and I send voice notes to each other because we don't live near each other. And she sent me a bunch. I responded to a bunch of them last night, but I didn't finish because my fiance came home right when I was responding and we wanted to get together and have some quality time. And she responded back to the ones that I started to respond back to. But I have to respond back, and then she started to send me more. Anyway, I need to respond back to her voice notes, and it's actually a perfect time to do that. I'm gonna clean everything up, listen to Audra's voice notes, respond back to her, and then keep working. And I need to keep this day moving because I have an early morning flight to Chicago tomorrow, so bed early tonight. Let's taste test our Creami. This is peanut butter, vanilla, maple, I guess you could say, because maple syrup is used to sweeten it. I know you guys want all my recipes. I'm wondering, should I do a book on the recipes? I just don't know how many people actually have a Ninja Creami, so I might just start putting them out on my TikTok and Instagram. So make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok. Good stuff, yeah. The exact Ninja Creami that I have, because there are multiple, is the swirl. I'll link it below. If you have a Ninja Creami, let me know if you do or you don't. Leave a comment, because I need to know. I don't know how many people actually have them. So whether you do or whether you don't, do not lurk. Do not watch the video and not tell me. I see you lurkers. Tell me. Creami is always accompanied by a warm drink. I actually don't like cold food. I am not a cold girl. I just love the Ninja Creami so much because you can make whatever you want. It's sweet. You could, if you wanted higher protein, you can make it higher protein. It's high volume, but I don't love the cold, so I always have a tea alongside it. And you know what? It's the perfect thing to accompany editing. If you struggle with overeating, seriously, get a Ninja Creami because it's so cold, you have to eat it so slowly. All right, now it is time to edit. I have some new food products I want to show you guys. First, this has to be a new product. The fact that I've never seen this before is insane to me because I am on the dark web of finding healthy products. Guys, this has to be new. Let me look this up. I'm just in awe that I'm just learning about this now. 1983 they were established. Okay. Heidelberg bread. I found this in the sandwich aisle. You can go on their website and use their store locator. You're gonna have to do that. I can't tell you where. You're gonna have to use the store locator. The only ingredients are unbleached flour, cracked wheat, and then less than 2% of salt, cultured wheat flour, and yeast. I have never seen anything like this. I've never seen a sandwich bread on the shelf with the rest of the sandwich bread that is oil-free, minimal ingredients. I am so excited about this. I cannot even tell you guys. I'm just very excited. So I wanted to tell you about this. I'll link it down below. Something else that is my absolute new obsession, Michaela, who I'm going to see in Chicago, just ordered them online because I am like, girlfriend, you gotta try these. We'll make something delicious. So I think we're gonna make a sandwich tomorrow with these. Butler soy curls, my new obsession. So all you have to do, they come, I get them on Amazon and they come dried. You don't eat them dry. you rehydrate them. So I just rehydrate them in hot water. And then what I've been doing is just adding spices to them and putting them on a baking sheet and baking them. You could also put them in the air fryer. You can add whatever spices you want, however you would normally season meat. And I think what I'm gonna do for me and Michaela tomorrow, for Michaela and myself, is a little bit of maple syrup, a little bit of soy sauce, and make some sandwiches. You could also add barbecue sauce. Another product that I absolutely love, and I always bring this with me when I'm traveling, is the Rescue Bloat by Apothecary. So I'm gonna take some now, honestly, just because it tastes good, and why not? You just put it on your tongue. It actually tastes so good, and it helps with bloating. Absolutely love this, linked below. I have been loving dandelion tea least recently. I don't like the taste, but now I'm used to the taste. It kind of tastes like coffee, and I'm not a coffee girl, but this is really great for supporting the liver in detox. So I've been drinking this at night when I have my Ninja Creami because I have to have something warm. And then I'm stocking up on these ahead of fall. I just don't want to forget when fall time comes. I'll link the Corinne and Jeff soups down below, but there's no oil added. These are a great base for soups. So if you have my Healthy Soups cookbook, you can make the soups in there and then add this in. It just brings a lot more flavor and depth. Hey, it's Cheeky Title Saturday. I put up a cheeky title and we vlog. And then I talk about the cheeky title. So it is August at this point. By the time you're watching this, it's just about August. I have traveled every single weekend from April to August. I've had some reason where I've had to travel. And finally, this is my last weekend of traveling. As I said, one of my best friends is getting engaged, and her going to be fiance, if she says yes, asked our group of friends, does anybody want to be there for the surprise? And she lives in Chicago. And of course, I want to be there for this big moment for her. So I'm going, it's a very quick trip. I'm going from Thursday to Saturday, but I've had something every weekend. And I am a homebody. I'm an introvert. I know that people, like, you might be surprised that I'm an introvert. I'm sitting in a room talking to my camera. Of course, I'm an introvert. If I was extrovert, I'd be out doing things, but I just love my quiet little simple life. I don't need much to be happy. If I can just eat healthy food, make videos, and have my cats and my family and everybody's happy and healthy, that truly is all I need in this world. So all of the traveling, it's the truth about me is that, and I feel like this is a safe space. I can say this, right? You guys are my homies. I like the idea of traveling more than I like traveling. And I've done a fair amount of traveling, I would say. I studied abroad when I was in college in London. And London is my favorite place on earth, truly. It's the most magical place in the world. It really is my favorite place on earth, the getting there. But I studied abroad in London. We traveled all around Europe. I've been to Paris, Dublin, Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona 3 times, Lisbon, Zurich. Where else did I go? Copenhagen. One of my best friends was studying in Copenhagen. And then I lived in Australia, and I've been to some places in the Caribbean. I've been to St. Thomas. I've been to Turks and Caicos. But I honestly just like being home. I really do. And I'm not looking for anybody to change my mind on that. And maybe that'll change, but I really do just like being home and having a very boring life. Can anybody relate to this? So anyway, all of this to say, my traveling ends next week. This weekend, when I get home, I will be done with traveling, and I'm very okay with that. And I just want to talk through how I deal with, the title of this vlog is I Can't Do This Anymore. Or it's the end, yes, because it's the end of my traveling. And so what I want to talk to you about a little bit while I'm packing for my trip is how I deal with just being overwhelmed. And so I wrote down a few things to chat about. First is, instead of saying I have to, it is I get to go see my best friend get engaged. I get to go visit my best friend. I'm staying at my best friend Michaela's, and we're gonna have a great time, and I'm really excited to see her. I really truly am. We just get along so well, and we just have such a great relationship. I'm so lucky that I have friends close enough where I would be somebody who would be a part of this celebration. That's super special. All of the things, all of the reasons that I've traveled. I traveled to New York City to get my wedding dress. I went to my fiance's cousin's place last weekend. I celebrated a birthday the week before. My mom and I were on vacation. I had a friend's bridal shower. Every single reason for travel has been for something good and something that somebody with a full life would do. And so I don't have to go to Chicago. I don't have to go celebrate my friend's birthday. I don't have to go to New York City to get my wedding dress. I get to do these things. And the next thing that I wrote down is the big and, which is, can feel a little bit guilty when it's like, I feel so run down by all this travel, but I feel guilty because I'm so lucky to be able to do these things. But it's the big and, which is I can love my friends and want to be with them and be so excited to be with them and be so excited about my wedding dress and be exhausted at the same time. That's okay, and it's very human. You're so happy to see my friends get engaged and so excited to be with my friend Michaela, and I love Michaela and I want to be with her and I'm gonna have a great time while I'm there. But it can also be the case that traveling is really draining for me and it's really exhausting, and that's okay. This is not so black and white. Everything is a spectrum and it's a melange of all of these different emotions. So to okay in that, not to push down your emotions. Like, this is how I feel. I am a homebody, and it's okay to be a homebody. I can be a homebody. I can love being home and honestly prefer not to travel and to still love my friends at the same time. And I can do it. Like, I can travel. I have that ability, and it can be difficult for me at the same time. And that's something that I'm releasing guilt about. The next thing mindset-wise is remembering that peace is not the absence of chaos. So I crave inner peace like nothing else, and I used to think that the way to get inner peace was to have a life that wasn't chaotic, and when everything was finally calm, that's when I would be calm. But peace is not the absence of chaos. Peace is the ability to find inner peace and quiet within the chaos, to find solitude within the chaos. So really what I'm not doing, like, I've had such a busy, overstimulating summer, that's how I would describe it. And I could fall into the trap of thinking that I will feel at peace when all this travel is over, but that's a trap. The peace is something I've been able to find within me throughout all of this traveling. So I have practiced my meditation, I've practiced my running, I'm using the Slim app to do the journaling. And because I have all of that, I am able to stay calm and centered and grounded. Now, the practical tips, the things that I'm actually doing to get through this, is I planned a reward for myself. So when I get home, I have been sitting on a massage gift card since my birthday. I was gifted a massage. I've been sitting on it since my birthday, and you better believe I'm gonna be using that. So whenever I feel really overstimulated and overwhelmed, I go to the massage in my mind and I'm like, all right, I'm at the massage. Like, I'm not here right now. I'm not on this plane that's not taking off, that's sitting on the runway. No, I'm on the massage table. I'm getting massaged. So I just zoom, I fast forward to that place. Call it dissociation. I call it harm reduction. I also have a travel routine as opposed to a home routine. So travel is something that's always been difficult for me because I'm such a routine person, and when I'm out of my routine, I just feel so off. So what I do now is I have a travel routine. I have a home routine and a travel routine, so that when I'm traveling, I'm not off my routine because I'm following my travel routine. You know what I mean? So I wrote down exactly what my travel routine is, and I do that while I'm traveling. Something else is I have 2 of everything. So in my suitcase here, everything that I use, like I have dandelion tea every night, I have my chamomile tea every day, these stay in my suitcase. This is a second set of everything. So I have like a second hairbrush, a second toothbrush, a second set of floss, a second set of mouth tape, and an eye mask. And all of that stays in here, it lives in here. Because another thing that makes me anxious is having to do all the packing and repacking and unpacking. Did I forget something? Like, no. I really have to pack come travel time is my clothes, which I just did. So I feel like I'm like done now, like that 2 seconds, whereas packing used to take forever, and unpacking takes 2 seconds too. And then another thing that I don't really do because I feel like I've got it down at this point. But if you're somebody that struggles with staying on your food and workout routine, to plan everything ahead of time, you don't make good decisions in the moment, and decision fatigue is the phenomenon in which the quality of the decisions that you make gets poorer the more decisions that you make. So you want to make sure that you make your decisions ahead of time when you're in the right frame of mind, because when you're traveling, you're making so many decisions. Should we take the taxi or should we take the Uber? Should we go through TSA now or should we wait? Does this person have pre-check? There's so many little decisions that you have to make while you're traveling. What should I wear to the airport? Should I wear this or should I wear that? What's the weather going to be like? There's so many things you have to take into consideration that you're making 1,000 times more decisions than you normally do. So the quality of your decisions is naturally lower, not to mention just you don't have as much access to food and kitchen tools. So plan all of that ahead of time so that in the moment you are not the victim of decision fatigue and not making a good decision. All right, guys. So my question for you, are you a homebody or are you an extrovert, go out in the world? Or are you a combination of both? I'm an introvert that masks very well as an extrovert, and I'd love to know what you are. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next vlog. Oh, by the way, next vlog is gonna be my trip to Chicago and what I ate with Michaela. But the vlog after that is going to be my parents, or it might include this. Anyway, my parents have been together for 47 years and we're gonna celebrate their wedding anniversary, married for 40, together for 47. So that's to come. I love you, honeys.